What's up, family? Hey, this is gonna get real hectic, all right? And it may be a little sensitive for some people. Here we go. Some people are playing checkers, while some of us are playing chess. What I mean? It's about the big picture. And a king and queen always keep their eyes on the big picture. A king and queen is always focused on the big picture. Say that again. A king and queen is always focused on the big picture. What am I talking about? Some of you are excited about getting a house, having a certain amount of money saved up. And those things are cool. They're cool. You know what I mean? And to each their own. You know, there's different levels, different walks, different journeys. Some of us are focused on establishing businesses and creating revenue 5 generations down the road. What I mean? We're focused on establishing things so that long after we're gone, at least 5 generations down the road, they're still reaping the benefits. They're still reaping the rewards for the hard work that we've made. They're still reaping the fringe benefits of us having walked this planet, of the hard work, the sacrifices that we've made. That's the difference. Some people don't think about that stuff. Some people don't care about that stuff. To some people, man, I just want to get a house. To some people, man, I just want to have this amount of money saved up. And that's all that matters to them. That's what's important to them. And to each their own. I'm not knocking nobody. Nobody. I'm not knocking that. For me, my purpose, my goal, I've struggled enough in life. I've gone through hell 5 times in my lifetime. I've done the hard work of dealing with a lot of the crap that I've endured. Why? Because my focus is not about getting a big house. My focus is not about having a certain amount of money for me. That's not my focus. That's not my goal. That's never been my goal. That's never been my agenda. My goal is establishing something so that my grandkids will never, ever, 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 ever have to fill out a job application. My goal is establishing something so that my grandkids will never have to fill out a resume. That's my focus. That's my agenda. And again, to each their own. For me, I would much rather have a lady in my life, a queen in my life. This is the type of queen that I'm looking for in my life. I don't care about your education. I don't care about how much money she got. I don't care about any of that stupid superficial stuff. None of that stuff is important to me at all. To each their own. That's not important to me. What's important to me is for this lady to be like, hey, you know what? I don't even have a high school diploma. I got a GED. But you know what? I've gone through hell. I've done the hard work. I'm starting over because I made poor choices, or I made choices that didn't work out because this person left and they did this, whatever the case may be. I'm starting over, but I work hard. I see the goal, I see the vision, I see the mission. Man, this is what I could bring to help bring that to fruition. This is what I could do so we can help establish this as a conglomerate. This is what I could bring to the table so that, you know what, while we're working on our issues, while we continue to grow and work on our issues as a couple, so that once we build this thing, we ain't getting big headed and we ain't tripping and we don't tear this down because we got unresolved issues. I'm not going to be jealous of you. You're not going to be jealous of me. We not doing none of that stupid stuff. We're not letting our fears, our insecurities, we're not letting our pride, our ego, none of that stuff come between you and I. We're not letting none of that stupid stuff come between what we're trying to build, what we're trying to accomplish. Because the mission is far more important than our egos. The goal is far more important than our pride. The goal is far more important than our fears, our insecurities, and our other issues. So we're going to resolve all of that. Because we're not letting none of that come between us. We're not letting none of that tear down what we build up. Because the goal is that for the next 5 generations after we're gone, they ain't got to go through the crap that we went through. They ain't got to struggle like we struggled. If the Rockefellers and the Kennedys and the DuPonts and all these other people can do it, then why can't we do it? Somebody has to build it up. Somebody has to start it. And it might as well be us. We've already done the foundation. We've already laid the groundwork. So let's get this thing built and built right, so that it stands the test of time. That's the type of queen I'm looking for. That's the type of person that I'm looking for in my life. If that's not what you about, you can't step to me. It ain't gonna work. Because I ain't got time for stupid stuff. I ain't got time for superficial stuff. Me. Again, to each their own. To each their own. But my eyes are fixed on the big picture. And the big picture is not that when I'm dead and gone, everything dies and crumbles because I'm no longer here. The big picture is it's my responsibility to make sure that my grandkids, my great grandkids, and all those that are coming after me have a better life, a more successful life than all those that came before me. That's my job. That's my responsibility. My ancestors didn't go through the hell that they went through just so that I could have me a freaking house. My ancestors didn't go through the hell that they went through just so I could say I got this much money saved up in the bank. My ancestors didn't go through the hell that they went through just so that I could take money and invest in other companies instead of building a company and investing in my own companies. I didn't go through the hell that I went through just for a freaking house. I didn't go through the hell that I went through just so that I could have $50,000 saved up or $100,000 saved up. And after I'm dead and gone, it's squandered because I didn't prepare the next generations. Family, we have to start looking at the big picture. We have to get outside of ourselves. We have to get outside of our ego. We have to get outside of our issues and find something important. What's more important? If you only just you having a house, that's what's important to you, man, knock it out. I'm not here to tell you wrong. If your kids got to figure it out on their own, man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? If your grandkids got to figure it out on their own because you had to figure it out on your own, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't a king. Everybody ain't a queen. Everybody can't be a king and everybody can't be a queen. But a king and a queen is always looking to establish a hierarchy. They're always looking to establish their heirs. And they're always looking down the road. My kids, my grandkids, they're going to own this. They're going to own that. This territory is going to be theirs. That territory is going to be theirs. And it's their job to build it up even further than what I give them. If I leave them 5 companies worth $200 million, then their job is to build it up from those 5 companies to 25 companies and over $1 trillion or whatever the case may be. Each generation should be building upon what the previous generation left them. The problem for us, the great majority of us, we ain't leaving our heirs nothing. We ain't focused on leaving our heirs anything, except for some drama and some madness. Oh, I taught him how to play some bones. Oh, man, my son, man, he's bad at bid whiz. Oh, man, he tear you up in some pinochle or some spades. Or, man, he could smoke. Man, he could hold his own when it comes to drinking. Or, man, he could fight. My girl could dance. We talk about stupid, superficial crap. And we're not talking about leaving our heirs anything worthwhile. And the great majority of us don't even care. We don't even care about leaving our heirs anything. And again, to each their own. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here to condemn anybody. That's not why I'm here. I'm here hoping that, man, we could get it together. We can establish some stuff instead of always trying to go work for somebody. Instead of our kids having to go to school and borrow money to go to college and get a job and hoping that that job don't downsize, hoping that they don't move everything overseas or whatever the case may be, they could stay on their job and work 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, building up another company and get a little severance package when they retire. We better than that. We're better than that. And until we start acting like we're better than that, we will always accept the crumbs. It's time out for crumbs. It's time out for accepting the handouts. It's time out for accepting the leftovers. We have to start looking at the big picture. We have to start thinking about the big picture and planning and preparing and putting in the hard work to set the foundation to establish something worthwhile. That's what a queen does. That's what a king does. We have to get it together, family. We have to get it together. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.